morning, squad. Welcome back to MadMizzy Sports Morning Show, the #1 spot for everything sports talk, sports news, sports debate in the morning. Hope y'all have a great Thursday. We got a beautiful rundown today. Of course, I'm taking Wednesdays off until the NBA give us some more competitive games leading into my Wednesday episodes. But to start off Thursday, we had some more blowouts in the NBA. So we're going to start it off with the Pro Bowl selections and what's the biggest snubs and what were the biggest surprises from the Pro Bowl selections. Ryan Tannehill likely out for the season with an ankle injury. What does that mean for Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans moving forward? The Golden State Warriors drop another game, getting beat on 113-143 in Brooklyn to the Brooklyn Nets. 91 points given up in the first half is their cause for concern in Golden State after their 1-5 6-game road trip. And then I'm going to break down Thursday night football of the Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. Let's get right into it, gang, gang. So we had the Pro Bowl selections released yesterday, and we had a few surprises, and we had some very big snubs. So I want to start off with the big snubs. And to me, the biggest snub, I was going to start off with Jaguars Ward, the cornerback from my San Francisco 49ers, and him not being voted in as one of the Pro Bowl cornerbacks in the NFC. Looking at the other cornerbacks that they had outside of Darius Slay and Trayvon Diggs, I was like, he definitely was in the top 4 cornerbacks in the NFC this year, shutting down everything, lowest completion percentage for the highest targets in the NFL. Just a great year for Jaguars Ward. But I got to speak on Christian McCaffrey, the running back for the San Francisco 49ers, being snubbed out of the Pro Bowl. Let's look at his numbers. 1,578 all-purpose yards. That's more all-purpose yards than Saquon Barkley, Tony Pollard, and Miles Sanders, the 3 Pro Bowl running backs in the NFC. To say that Christian McCaffrey is not a Pro Bowl running back for the NFC is just preposterous. It's a lie. The man is in the MVP conversations if you really want to look at it. We were 3-3 when this man came into our starting lineup. We are 7-1 in NFC West Championships since we made the trade for Christian McCaffrey. The only loss that we had was when he came in the middle of the week and he didn't have the full playbook, and we went up against Kansas City and they beat us. They smacked us across the mouth, and you know Jimmy G can't keep up when it goes to a barn burner or a shootout. You get what I'm saying? So to me, Christian McCaffrey not being selected to the Pro Bowl, to me, had to been the biggest snub, because you look at him. He's clearly the best running back in the NFC. So how is he not a Pro Bowl running back? This man might be the MVP of the league. He definitely needs to be in the conversation now. I definitely think he should be in the conversation. But what's the biggest surprise? To me, the biggest surprise was that Tua Tagovailoa got the top votes from fans. I would have thought that the top votes from fans would have went to Patrick Mahomes. I thought it would have went to Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, one of those loud, explosive players. You get what I'm saying? But for Tua Tagovailoa to go out there and get the top votes from fans, it must be a lot of kids voting, because I don't think a lot of people that actually know the game thought that Tua was as good as he was when he was at his peak, or as bad as he was when he was on his losing streak. I think a lot of people thought he was right in the middle, a middle of the pack quarterback. So for him to get the top votes, I'm glad he didn't get in. You got to get Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow as the quarterbacks in the AFC. But for him to get the top votes from fans overall was a big shock to me. But let's break down the Pro Bowl. You got the Eagles as the top team with the most players being voted into the Pro Bowl with 8. You got Cowboys and the Chiefs coming right behind them with 7 players voted into the Pro Bowl. And then you got my San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens right behind them with 6 players voted into the Pro Bowl. Congratulations to all the players that got that honor of being voted as Pro Bowlers. Let's move on though. Ryan Tannehill and his ankle injury is likely out for the season. What does this mean for Ryan Tannehill, and what does this mean for the Tennessee Titans moving forward? For Ryan Tannehill, this is probably the end for Ryan Tannehill's tenure in Tennessee. When you really think about it, you got Malik Willis, and he's going to go out there, play the last 3 games for the Tennessee Titans. Even if he doesn't look good, if he shows flashes, they're going to move forward with Malik Willis. It's not a surprise that they went out there and drafted him, so they're going to play him. And now that you've been hurt twice already this year, yeah, they got to shift focus and get Malik Willis developed as an NFL quarterback. So I think that they're going to move off of Ryan Tannehill. That's what that means. But what that means for the Tennessee Titans moving forward is they might lose this division. They might lose the AFC South to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars are only 1 game behind the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans are at 500 right now. They're at 7-7, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are 6-8 right behind them. And the Jacksonville Jaguars already got 1 win over them. What was that, 2-3 weeks ago? Beat on them. So to me, The Tennessee Titans have to be very, very cautious to not lose that division. They better lean on Derrick Henry, although that's what every team knows they're going to do. So Malik Willis got to make some passes. I don't know. Listen, man. It's looking like the Tennessee Titans are going to lose that AFC South to the Jacksonville Jaguars, the way that the Jacksonville Jaguars have been moving as far as lately. So winning 3 of the last 5 games. Trevor Lawrence just been on a hot streak of late, ripping and tearing defenses up left and right. Travis Etienne is looking like the Travis Etienne that was balling at Clemson. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and there's a lot of calls for concern for Ryan Tannehill and those Tennessee Titans. So listen, I'm predicting that they're going to lose that division without Ryan Tannehill in there. Let's move forward. Is there cause for concern for the Golden State Warriors? The Golden State Warriors went 1-5 during a 6-game East Coast road trip, capping it off with a 113-143 beat down loss to the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. 91 points given up in the first half. Is there cause for concern for the Golden State Warriors? I gotta say yes, there's cause for concern for the Golden State Warriors. I came out here after the first game where they beat on the Los Angeles Lakers, and I was just praising their depth and their bench. I'm like, oh, Moses Moody, Dante DiVincenzo, you got Jordan Poole that's going to step up into the forefront, JaMychal Green out there, to just stack lineup, James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga. Like, they out here, they going to do their thing. They going to be running on folks, and they've not lived up to those expectations. They just haven't. They haven't lived up to the production that the bench produced last year of Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II, Otto Porter, all those cats. You get what I'm saying? Now, things may turn around when Iggy comes back. Things may turn around when Steph Curry comes back. But they cannot continue to keep losing at this alarming rate without Stephen Curry and expect to even have a chance to make the playoffs when he gets back. You get what I'm saying? Because the dude said he just started getting back into light workouts and being able to pick a basketball up. So it's probably going to be another 2-3 weeks until he's back. They can't go on another 1-5 6-game stretch. So to me, there's very high cause for concern for the Golden State Warriors, simply because you had the best shooter of all time, Stephen Curry, who's out. Jordan Poole's not playing up to his contract. Klay Thompson isn't coming out being the Klay Thompson that we know of old. Draymond Green has been absolutely pitiful, and that defense has been absolutely putrid. Pew-wee, they've been stinky this year. So when you look at all those factors and you add it up, it's not looking good for the Golden State Warriors, and I don't think they can just flip a switch. At the end of the day, we have to acknowledge that anytime the Golden State Warriors won a finals, they were dominant throughout the regular season. Now, they may turn around and look dominant to end down the stretch, and I might come back on here and be like, yeah, they rounding back into form. But right now, they're not looking like the championship Golden State Warriors. They're just not. And every year they don't look like the championship Golden State Warriors, they basically don't make the playoffs. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of the season unravels for the Golden State Warriors. They need Andrew Wiggins back ASAP to just bolster up that lineup, bolster up that defense. But yeah, man, there's very high cause for concern in Golden State, just because you got Steph Curry, one of the greatest players in the game, who's out for an extended period of time. They're already the 10th seed, and they're in a stacked Western Conference. The best thing that you can lean on is that I think there's still only like 5 games out of the number 1 seed. Nobody's completely ran away with the West because they're just beating up on each other. So that's one thing that they can hang their head on, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing from the Golden State Warriors. Let's move forward, though. Let's touch on Thursday Night Football of the team I was just speaking on 2 topics ago. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. And what do I expect from this game? The Jets lost 4 of the last 5 games. I don't know who's going to start tonight. Is it going to be Mike White? Is it going to be Zach Wilson? Who's going to be throwing the ball to Garrett Wilson out there? The Jags won 3 of the last 5 games. Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne looking like they back down there in South Carolina at Clemson running things. So to me, I'm a lean towards the Jacksonville Jaguars in a slight upset in this game in New York. I'm going to go 19-16 Jacksonville Jaguars. I think it's going to be a defensive matchup. We already know that the New York Jets is a defensive-minded team, a run-oriented team. I don't know who's going to start, so that offense is going to sputter as it's been the past few weeks for the New York Jets, but that defense is also going to come out there and put some hats on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I just think that Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, and those dudes are going to make just enough plays to get over the hump and get a must-need win and close that gap a little bit more between them and the Tennessee Titans. I see the Jacksonville Jaguars advancing to 7-8 tonight over the New York Jets. Let me know what y'all think, though. Pro Bowl selections were released. Who's the biggest snub? What was the biggest surprise from the Pro Bowl selections? Ryan Tannehill Tannehill likely out for the season with an ankle injury. What does that mean for Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans moving forward? Is there cause for concern for the Golden State Warriors after going 1-5 on their 6-game East Coast road trip that was topped off with a 113-143 beatdown of the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn? And who do y'all have tonight in the Thursday night football matchup of the Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets? What's the key matchup? And who do y'all have coming out with the dub? MadMizzy Sports Morning Show. Like, comment, share, subscribe, listen, alert. MizzyWorld Entertainment. Gang.